Robert Williams from MetalRules.com, and joining me today in Santa Ana, California, Southern California's own triple axe attack Leatherwolf. How you guys doing today?
We're doing excellent.
Very well, Robert. How you doing?
Great, thanks.
Right.
So it's been a couple of years since your last album, New World Asylum, came out. What have you guys been up to since that time?
Since that time, we've really kind of been going through a transition period. Obviously, the loss of Jeff from the band has been a tremendous hit to us, and kind of moving on from that, starting to get together to write new songs. With Greg, we had to try out new guitar players to get to where we decided on Greg, and that's kind of where we're at right now, trying to get a feel for everything the way it stands. And we're going to finish out these shows, Rocklahoma, and these few shows we got here, and then it's going to be on to writing, and that's really where we're at right now.
How long has it been since New World Asylum came out?
2 years, I believe. So Gregor Bo has been in the band almost
But
a
in
year.
heavy metal time, it's really
now.
only like 3 months. So.
Yeah, Greg's been almost a year. I mean, he came in to fulfill some shows that we had, and slowly but surely, we came to terms with he was going to be the guy, the next guy, and then this is where we're at. We kind of had these shows booked, and we've got to get through these until we can kind of go full scale on writing a new record. I mean, Mike has some really cool solo stuff he's been working on in between as well, so it's kind of trying to mesh all the schedules and get something going. Really, when this Rocklahoma show is done, it'll be straight to focusing on the new record.
So you guys are scheduled to bring your triple axe attack to Oklahoma on Heavy Metal Day for Rocklahoma,
Heavy Metal Day.
Saxon and Overkill.
It's heavy metal, man.
You might film that for a possible DVD release.
We're recording all our shows right now, taping all our shows. We'll be putting together a DVD for fall, and maybe at the end of the year we'll get that going out. So we've never done a live DVD compilation thing, so that we're looking forward to doing something different.
It's actually going to have a lot of other footage as well. We have footage of Leatherwolf recording the first 2 albums in the Bahamas. We have some
European footage, some live stuff we did at the Marquee for KNAC a few years some
back.
Backstage debauchery.
Some, just some good side footage we have as well. We're going to compile it into a DVD of everything we sort of can collect, and we'll
Our
see what we
third
can
grade
put
piano
together.
Yeah.
recital.
Well, speaking of DVDs,
Tap dancing lessons.
You guys were on the Bang Your Head DVD and the Keep It True Festival DVD. Tell me about the reception from the European audiences when you guys go over there.
Well, from what we've seen, nothing but good. I mean, we've had great shows, especially in Germany. We've always played great festivals. Obviously, when we get down into other places, Greece and Italy, Switzerland, and whatnot, we've played smaller shows here and there. There's always been really good response. Might be smaller shows here and there, but it's always been great in Europe for us. Better than anywhere. So we kind of love those European legs we do every once in a while.
With the exception of the bigger festivals, when we go over to Europe, it's usually a self-promoted small tour, so we really haven't got to go over there opening for a band with great stature with all the people. So with the outside of the festivals we do, we have yet to get on a really good European tour that we hit a lot of people in one trip.
Swoop, yeah.
So after the Deep End live album, you left Leatherwolf, and then you came back after Wade was in the band, right? What was the reason for leaving and then rejoining?
Just leaving, just commitment issue. I just what it took to get this band doing it. The amount of work it takes. I just couldn't. Where's the beer? Just the amount of time it takes to make Leatherwolf work. I just didn't have the time or the energy to do that at the time. And I've been working on my solo record for a couple of years now, and it's finally coming to fruition. So I just kind of just doing my thing musically. I just wanted to do that and explore other avenues.
What's the solo material like?
It's
Wow.
It's rock. I mean, it's
he's got tunes that sound like old Rolling Stones, and he's got stuff that's newer. So it's a great album. It's filled with great melodies, and it's actually
thank you, Carey.
Kind of original sounding.
It's
I don't think
not
you could pin it. It's not metal, but it's definitely flavorful melodies. It's good.
It's just I just I never really set out to write a record with any direction. I just kind of just wrote, you know, what was coming from me. So the songs kind of are all over the map, really. But you know, you can check out. I got a new video on YouTube that I just put up there, so you can search my name and check out a new tune.
Definitely, yeah.
Put up there.
So I wanted to ask you guys, when you guys started out in the early '80s, were you Wishbone Ash fans? I mean, how did you guys get the idea to do the 3-guitar thing?
It wasn't really an idea. It was me and Jeff went to high school together. Carey and Dean went to high school together, and I was jamming with Jeff. Carey was jamming with Dean, and our bass player at the time kind of was getting kicked out. Both high schools going back and forth. So
kind of put us together, and we were really we were just jamming, really kids jamming in a garage, and we thought we came up with, you know, we liked harmonies, and we thought that, you know, to play harmonies correctly, you'd always need a rhythm guitar in the back and 2 harmonies playing, and 3, you know, so we really worked with the 3 guitars, mix and match harmonies and spots and parts, and it was just such a cool little vibe we had going in Jeff's garage that we just went with it. We were actually looking for singers. There was going to be 3 guitar players, and we were going to have another singer. Mike was, you know, one of the 3 guitar players, just like Jeff and I, and really we kept having Mike showing these singers how to belt out the stuff, and, you know, pretty soon we just said, hey Mike, you know, we did a few shows like that, and then, you know, Mike, you know, slowly became the lead singer, and, you know, obviously he was better than what we had come to our garage, so
yeah.
We went with it. It was never planned, it was never thought out, it was never we pieced together this thing. It just kind of came together, you know, 5 guys
really,
out of
we
a
started
neighborhood.
out as a cover band. You know, when we first started out, we were playing like all old Priest and Maiden, Tigers of Pantang, and
Triumph,
you know, and all these bands, you know, they had not 3 guitar players in their band, but they definitely did the overdubs on the record where it sounded like an army of guitars. So we were pulling this stuff off live in the triple acts.
So we were pulling off the live stuff that these bands would play and having it sound like they have on their albums with 3-4 guitar players at times. You know,
So at what point did you guys get the deal for the first album? Like, how long had you guys been a band at that point?
We started off in late '81, and we didn't get signed till we got an independence deal with Tropical Enigma at about '84. So
84,
about 3 years before we got any label interest, and then not till '87 we got signed with Island.
How would you stack up Island as a label? Did you guys like working with them?
Island had some good qualities, but they just didn't know what to do with a metal band. Really, they just didn't. They didn't really have a marketing plan for us, and we just kind of fell through the cracks of Robert Palmer and Melissa Etheridge and U2.
and they were very East Coast based, and, you know, so they had Anthrax. So Anthrax was kind of who they were pushing on the metal side, and we were kind of the West Coast band that they had that.
West Coast bastards.
Yeah, that they never really did much with. But, you know, and on top of that, when they sold to Polygram or Polygol, whatever it was, you know, when they sold, the person who bought it was really only interested in keeping U2, Bob Marley, and I forget who the other act was that was good for them, but that was it. You know, that was their bread and butter. And Chris Blackwell, who owned the label, really wanted to get on to making movies, Kiss of the Spider Woman and whatnot.
There was a couple of main people in Island, and then there was a lot of interns that just turned over all the time. So every time we would go down there and meet the staff, and we think we were developing a relationship with the record company, I was like, wait a minute, what happened to, you know, Fred Sanford? No, he doesn't work here anymore, you know.
Revolving door, huh?
Yeah,
What about
so
Lamont,
we couldn't really get any, you know, camaraderie or relationship going with the label, so we were just kind of...
That must be frustrating.
It was kind of frustrating.
So yeah, I mean, anyone who's been following your last couple albums, you can definitely tell you guys are
My time to start speaking up now, huh?
are keeping with you know, what's going on now in metal. I mean, are there a lot of newer bands out there that you guys are keeping up with? I mean, who would you say you listen to now?
I listen to a lot of new stuff, probably more than these guys do. I mean, I love All That Remains, Killswitch Engage, In Flames, you know, that kind of stuff.
Who do you dig, Michael?
Jonas Brothers are pretty happening right now. I got kids, man, so I like...
Yeah.
No, I tell you the truth, I don't really listen to a lot of new stuff going on right now. I've just been so wrapped up in my own music that I haven't really branched out and listened to a lot of the metal bands that are going on right now. shame on me, huh?
Are there any bands in particular, Carey, that you guys would want to go out with?
Well, I mean, we'd have to be a little heavy. The bands I'd want to go out with are like, you know, Killswitch, you know, any kind of metalcore band. But I don't know if it would be the right match for that. You know, I don't think we're quite heavy enough that we'd have to do
Get our asses kicked.
Get our asses kicked. But, you know, that's the kind of stuff I listen to. You ask me what I listen to, that's what I listen to. Is that what I end up writing and playing? Probably not.
I think you guys would be great on like a European power metal bill. You know, if any of those bands came over here, you know, it'd be a solid tour.
Something like that, yeah. I could see us going out with Iced Earth or something like that.
Definitely,
you know, I mean, something that would be more like what we do. Shadows Fall, maybe, you know, something. Well, they're American, right? Something along that lines would probably fit us better.
So besides a couple of butt wipers, what's next on the table for Leatherwolf?
Trying to get another record written and do these shows. We got that Rocklahoma show coming up, doing our video, our DVD, just writing.
We're busy. Every day
life.
we're doing something, you know, whether it's putting together this DVD, mixing parts for the DVD, editing video. You know, we're always working towards what our main goal is, to have the DVD done and the new album. So, you know, you can't put a time on how that will be done. Could take 8 months, could take 2.5 years.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to talk metal with me today. Before we wrap this up, you guys got any last words for your fans watching at home?
I would just like to tell you all that we're going to be rocking in your neighborhood soon, and we'd like you to recommend us on YouTube. Go watch some videos.
Check out my new solo album. Peace.